Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. This is every day's video. So this is Ithaca Brewing Company's Petal Power. They're calling it an IPA, but it's only like 5%. 5.5% ABV. It's kind of like a smaller version of Flower Power. I don't know how many reviews I'll do today, but I definitely want to have a couple beers. So I wanted lower alcohol. It was like one of those things where I was looking at the beers and I was like, man, do I want to do a bigger one or do I want to have two or three smaller ones? And I decided on the two or three smaller ones. But again, I don't know how many I'll review. It is proper glassware, kind of. It's an Ithaca brewing glass. It's from their Excelsior series. So, it's going to taste better. Yeah, I mean, it's unfiltered, golden yellow, the head white, I guess barely off-white. I should say off-white, maybe even approaching bone white now that I really look at it. Compact bubbles, great carbonation. Yeah, beautiful looking beer. Let's get into the aroma. Citrus, a little bit of pineapple, a little floral. It's like, it's fruity, but it's a lot of, it reminds me more of like fruit skins. Like it's not apple juice, but I can almost get some apple skins, like that kind of thing. The pineapple is pineapple. The orange, a little bit of juice, a little bit of zest. Some other pitted fruits, sweeter peach. Little melon. It smells really good. I think I could keep kind of going in and pulling different things. Honeydew melon specifically, yeah, honeydew. But yeah, it smells fantastic. Get into the taste. Cheers. This is really nice. It's nice. For 5.5. It drinks nice. I mean, it's not as thick as blah blah blah, but like for what it is, it's got the body and the mouthfeel. I think that's appropriate. It's West Coasty with some East New IPA kind of influence for sure. I think Flower Power was one of those steps away from just straight up West Coast IPAs. And I feel like this beer is keeping that tradition alive. And I have had this beer, I think, did I have just a little taste or did my friend Jim and I might split a can of this? So I haven't had a ton of it, but I have tasted this before, just FYI if that matters to you. Orange marmalade, which I did not get that specific thing in the aroma, but I do get in the taste. But yeah, definitely orange zest, grapefruit zest. There was a little bit of pineapple in there, not a ton, a little bit. Based on the aroma, I would have thought a little more than I got, but there was some there. It was nice. It does have some good sweetness, but there is, I think there's enough crispness as well. That orange marmalade is probably the most important note to like highlight. In a hoppy version of that, you do get a little bit of floral, herbal tea, like chamomile, I get, as well. Man, this is nice. This is a crusher. I should have bought more. Yeah, it has the appropriate amount of sweetness, bitterness, dries out a little. And going back to the West Coast kind of comparison or conversation, whatever is an appropriate way of putting this, you have that hop candy, so like sweetened hops. And to me, that's how this beer drinks bigger. So they're calling it an IPA, which I find really interesting. Like 5.5% hoppy, makes me think pale ale. But it does remind me of IPAs I've had. And maybe, I don't know if this is why they went that direction with the IPA. Maybe I'm over the IPA label, or maybe I'm overthinking it. But it does have, I've had many IPAs that did this thing where it's the hop candy. It has all the stuff I talked about, but it has a hop bitterness enshrined in almost this confectionery, hard candy specific thing. man, it's a crusher, but it can be contemplated, which I think beers like this, it's like the highest praise you can give it. Yeah, I think this is really good, and I'm mad. I was on a trip. We bought beers along the way, and we didn't want to like overbuy beers because we're like, well, we're also going to breweries to drink at the breweries. But man, if I could go back in time, I would buy another 4-pack of this. But yeah, it's really good. If you guys had this one before, have you had anything from Ithaca lately or ever, don't sleep on their stuff. I was just there. They're still making some really good beers. But yeah, any thoughts? Comment section below. Let's get a conversation going. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untapped. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So always please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.